Nearly everything about the proto-pop artist Chryssa's art confounded categories. Too refined for pop, too excessive for minimalism, yet fiercely attuned to the language of everyday life. She summed up her first impression of New York City in 1955 by saying, "The vulgarity of America, as seen in the lights of Times Square, is extremely poetic." Her New York life was a study in contrasts, spending afternoons with fellow artists on Coenties slip, savoring the dappled light on the East River, then returning home to 863 Broadway, a corridor of bright lights. Her most celebrated work, The Gates to Times Square, fused these extremes, an ancient Greek arch echoing her home country of Greece, imagined in hulking American advertising components. When installed in Grand Central Station in 1967, it radiated a kind of ancient futurist grandeur. Chryssa quite literally lit up galleries and museums with her large-scale, technically complex metal and neon sculptures, becoming one of the pioneers of light art. She used only her first name, intentionally disentangling from her paternal and marital name. Hospitalized for mental health struggles and known for her volatile temper as well as her sharp wit, she bristled at the way critics fixated on her personality instead of her work, a double standard that allowed male artists the same behavior without the stigma. By 1963, she was firmly part of the art world elite. Life magazine named her one of its red-hot 100 leaders of the next generation, one of the few women chosen, and all the more remarkable for a recent immigrant. Her earliest works, the Cycladic books, were white plaster reliefs inscribed with mysterious letter forms and hieroglyphs, modernist echoes of her Greek heritage. Born in Athens in 1933, she grew up fatherless during the Nazi occupation and the Civil War. She endured imprisonment 3 times and served as a social worker in disaster relief. Chryssa was part of the close-knit, mostly queer community of artists at Coenties Slip. Chryssa and Agnes Martin shared a deep, sometimes turbulent romantic and artistic bond, often taking long walks along the East River together in quiet conversation. After her split with Martin, she remained in New York for decades before returning to Athens, where she died in 2013, largely forgotten in the U.S. Chryssa made language luminous, light permanent, and modernity mythic.